Okay, it's the last episode of the Orville. Our review after this. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and on episode 10 of the Orville entitled Future Unknown, I'm certain that it may be referring more to the fact that we don't know if there's going to be a season 4 of the program than to anything that actually happened during the program. The episode this time was about Bortus and Clyden renewing their vows. It was about Claire and Isaac that were finally committing to each other in a formal way. It says something about the relationship between Ed and Kelly that all come to fruition here. And a person we have not seen since the first season by Lacella. Lacella was on the planet where social media was basically its form of government. They use that as a device in order to talk more about the Union. We haven't really had much background on how the Union works, how the society with no money works. This has been talked about in Star Trek, and it's never been very consistent because there are some times when they are paid credits, there are some times when they say we have no money, and there are other times when you just kind of wonder how they transact business when they talk about trade and commerce. The replication equipment, whatever it was that they called that, was the way that there was no want or need, and therefore the desire for money was something that was not necessary. And yet the reason that people work is for status. The type of job that you get, the type of activity that you do can give you the same kind of status as someone with money. So you're very respected if you're in the Union Space Force, or if you are a good artist, or if you're a good person who sweeps. This is something that makes everyone equally provided for, but at the same time it is social standing, which is an interesting idea that never really was brought up in Star Trek. Social standing by means of wanting to improve yourself. So that is an interesting idea that they bring up much more directly in this show than I've seen in anything like it before. And I think it worked pretty well. There is a funny line that we hear from Gordon as they're trying to pick her up. He says, when I see her waving us down, do we just pull over? I thought that was funny. Also, something that Lamar said, this is a weird-ass place we're working in. I can say so. Twist reveal at the very end of the episode. I can't say that there was a whole lot of action in this. I mean, at the very beginning it was with Bortus and Clyden, but I think this was trying to be kind of a slice of life. And this is something they did on Next Generation on a few occasions, but usually is kind of the B story. And in this case, they want to, if they're ending the series, or if they're not sure whether they're ending the series, this is not a bad place to stop, where they just talk about, here's our society, here's what we are, here's what we stand for, here's what we do for fun, here's what we consider something that's serious, here's our sense of community that we have. And I thought that was very well put forward in this episode. If this is the last we ever see of the Orville, and I hope it isn't, it's not a bad place to stop. So I'd like to know what you think about it. Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, please subscribe if you have not done so already, and ring the bell so you know when the next video comes your way. I am going to be away next weekend, but I do have a couple of things saved up for you. So why not tune in next week and see what that is. So in the meantime, don't go far.